Hi data leaders, my name is Loulou from Ravensteijn and welcome to the CDO Chronicles. We felt there is a need for honest peer-to-peer conversations between data leaders, especially in the ever-evolving landscape of all things data and AI. So my guest, Shruti, and I will talk today about three things. First is the role of the CDO, the misconceptions and the integration with other roles, the early challenges that we're facing and actually how we tackle them. And the third one is the urgency and the importance of the CDO role in a really fast changing landscape of AI and how it's impacting our sectors. Excited for the CDO Chronicles conversation with my guest Shruti Sharma. You are Director of Data, Analytics and AI of Save the Children UK. So glad you are here and great to have you.
Me too, really happy to be here.
So question, who are you?
Love that. In essence, I'm just a London girl, born and bred in London, North London, Tottenham, back in the 90s. It was character building.
I can imagine.
A lot of resilience, thick skin.
But also, you need that in the tech space, by the way.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it also introduced me to a lot of different communities. And I think from then, as a child, I knew that I wanted to give back, but I didn't know how.
Yeah.
And I guess my life has done a full circle now being at Save the Children UK, but in between I went actually on the traditional route of studying computer science and that integration between logic and human and creativity, I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
And my first stint in building my career was at IBM. It gave me a sense of what a real organization is. And then at Capgemini.
Very complex as well.
So complex. Yeah. And just understanding how we even go and deliver projects.
Yeah.
And the world of consulting. And that took me into Capgemini, where I remember building warehouses and data modeling. And I was thinking, why do people actually need these reports? What are they going to do with it?
To make more money, basically.
Potentially. Yeah. But also what other decisions are being driven in an organization apart from just making money? And I couldn't quite get my head around that back then. And then at Deloitte, it sort of fueled my curiosity. And I think it's through working with aviation, manufacturing, retail, consumer space, that I really understood data's not just about technology or the actual data sets.
Yeah,
right?
Totally, yeah.
It's about people. Yeah. It's about process. It's
100%.
About all the pillars, technology, governance, etc. And just learning that and helping other sectors become insight-driven organizations is probably what laid the foundations for me.
Yeah. No, it's very it really resonates, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Following that, I guess I dipped into cybersecurity, digital foundations, even product mindset. So what does building a data product capability really mean at Vodafone? But like I said, I think my life has come full circle because it's really brought together my personal background and my professional experience at Save the Children UK, which I joined 16 months ago.
Yeah, because you are basically like using your rational side to do something and give back to society with, the charity that you're working for.
Exactly. Yeah. But talking of impact, Loulou, I want to hear your life. What's been your journey?
Where do you want me to start?
The beginning.
So you can probably tell by my Dutch accent that I'm from the Netherlands.
Couldn't tell.
No?
No.
Really? Okay, amazing. So I think like our culture is like, very straight to the point.
I love that, the direct approach.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that helps working in tech because we kind of like...
cut through the bullshit, can I say that?
Yeah. Okay. I studied political science and governance.
Amazing.
Yeah. Then I was like, wow, this is not very tangible for me. So I studied environmental science. So we do a little bit of data modeling around environmental pollution and so forth. Then I wanted to be a tech founder, so I created like distributed sensor network to measure indoor air quality in offices.
That is very cool.
And then I was here in London and I was asked to join as the first employee of a deep learning company. And I said, wow, yeah, like I didn't really know what it was, but talking about it and thinking about it really grasped my attention. Yeah. And I don't follow like a career path in the sense like, oh, this is going to be great for my career. I just follow what excites me. Yeah. And this just excited me. It was like 10-layer convolutional neural networks. Yeah. And I was like, whoa, this sounds crazy. And also it can be applied to so many different sectors.
Yeah.
And because I have such a weird, diverse background, very interdisciplinary, it's like I was looking for the new markets of AI. So it's like, okay, what can you do with AI at the time was just image analysis, right?
Right.
So pipeline inspection, sewage inspection. Yeah. No, sorry, it sounds funny, but it's like a really stupid topic. But like satellite imagery, analysis, that kind of stuff. Like I knew a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So I could understand like what kind of data exists in these industries and what kind of products can we build on top of that with just the technology that we had.
Which are tangible and scalable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That can also scale, that you can actually tune into an existing workflow, so you don't have to recreate or like change an entire organization. You can just build a product on the data that you can find. And this is actually what ties into the data story. Yeah. Is like the first question I had to ask myself were like, is there data? Yeah, is there good quality data? Is it available? Can we get it? And is there a way that we can build something that we can integrate in the workflow? Because if you can't, you have to change the entire organization before you can actually sell your AI product, which is not going to work, And then, after a few years working in deep learning AI, I was asked to do a project for the government about data governance. And I was, you know what? I've seen so many organizations and you look at their data, and to be honest with you, we all know it's a mess. It's just a mess. Like it's siloed, it's everywhere. People they're just not in control. And I felt, okay, interesting, let's do this for 3 months. That was my plan.
3 months.
3 months.
Laying data foundations.
Yeah, now it got a little bit out of hand.
Yeah.
So a few years down the line, I'm still doing this because I felt, okay, I'm going to understand how we can actually make data work for a really big, complex organization like a government. And that's basically how I ended up where I am today. And
getting the house in order.
Yeah.
And it sounds like even through, whilst entering the AI space, which was, it's lots of innovation, it's exciting, but you were still understanding the criticality of laying those foundations. So that's amazing.
And what you were saying, that you actually everything you do ties into also your story. Yeah. And I have a bit the same, because I started with political science and governance, and you're like, okay, when am I ever going to use this, right?
Every day.
And then and then you work in government and you're like, okay, I need to understand power. I need to understand how organizations work. I need to understand how I can bridge the gap between basically the programmers, the people who really work on the tech, and the organization that doesn't understand how data works, but they just need to, organize stuff. So.
And shared accountability. How do we make sure that there's shared accountability and it's not just within a team, sat in the basement somewhere, right? Which is misconception.
Exactly.
That's an amazing journey. Would you ever go back to, the clean air, the tangible stuff that you were building?
It was a difficult market, I would say, because you would create something for people that were not the clients. So long-term health is not something people want to pay for, sadly. Yeah.